Hi, I'm Tim Wayner. I'm with Dodson Property Management in Richmond, Virginia. And today we are going to talk about the 6 biggest eviction mistakes that you can easily avoid as a landlord in the state of Virginia. The first one, don't expect this process to be a short one. The eviction process is generally speaking about 40 to 60 days if you play your cards right and perfectly. So be patient, understand the law, do things as expediently and the right way as much as possible, and you will be good to go. The second biggest mistake we see, it's very simple, not having a copy of the lease. So it doesn't matter if you're renting to your sister, your aunt, your best friend, or someone just, a random person right off the street. Make sure that you and your tenant has a copy of the lease. It outlines everything you need to know, every breach, every remedy for every breach, and exactly how to remedy those things in the court of law. Another common mistake we see is not keeping accurate tenant records. When you take a tenant to court for non-payment, or for anything for that matter, you need to have proof, and the burden of proof is on you. So make sure that anytime a tenant gives you money, you are recording that in some way, whether it be on an Excel spreadsheet, through property management software, or even just something easy like QuickBooks. Number 4, do not send a pay or quit. Send a material non-compliance. Many years ago, it was common to send what was called a pay or quit, which means your tenant can either pay the rent or quit the property. Make sure now if somebody's paying you rent that is late, you are sending them what is called a material non-compliance. Number 5, a huge common mistake that we see that doesn't allow people to recoup their money is not sending a reservation letter. This is a complicated procedure. You can read more about it in the Virginia Residential Landlord-Tenant Act, but basically what it says is if somebody's paying you late rent, you need to notify them that you are accepting it with reservation. So you can still take them to court and evict them even if they pay you $200 and maybe they owe you $500. Otherwise, the law says that you can no longer pursue them in a court of law. So make sure you're sending that reservation letter. And then the final one, and the 6th and maybe biggest mistake that we see landlords doing is trying to perform an eviction themselves. Just showing up to the property one day and asking the tenant to leave, or changing the locks during the middle of the workday. You cannot do this in the state of Virginia. It is absolutely against the law, and you shouldn't do it even if you're not in the state of Virginia. It's not ethical. Make sure you're following the law to a T. You're allowing for the legal process to play itself out, and then have a sheriff go with you to the property. It's very easy. As soon as you schedule for a writ of possession, the sheriff will call you a few days later and set this up for you. It's the way to go. It's the most legal and most ethical way to get somebody out of your property. So again, those are the 6 biggest mistakes we see that landlords are making in the state of Virginia. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us at Dodson Property Management. Check us out on Facebook and on Instagram, and also make sure you read a little bit more on the About Us section on our website. Thank you very much.